Alright, so in less than 24 hours, potentially 48 hours, we should be receiving some type of news regarding 1000 Year Blood War Round 4's resurrection. I'm pretty excited for this, and to build up some anticipation, as always, we're here to talk about what these characters do deserve to get in terms of their resurrection. What can we expect to see when it comes to these 4 characters getting resurrected? At the same time, kind of interested to see, are they going to actually resurrect Quincy Ichigo alongside them, making it a 5-character resurrection month? I don't think they will do that, but this time last year we did see 3rd anniversary Aaroniero get resurrected, so we have to wait and see what they have planned for Quincy Ichigo. In Quincy Ichigo's case, we're not really going to talk about him. Hopefully he turned out to be a good link, because the character itself is terrible and there's nothing he could get that would really save him. But in this case, for these characters, there is some potential saving here, so let's talk about it. The first character to talk about is going to be Bankai Kisuke. So in this case, even though I said there is some saving, I think he's probably going to be the worst in the banner that I don't really have any hope for. So let's see what the character does currently have. So for starters, he is a 12% strong attack recharge soul trait. As of right now, when it comes to 1000 Year Blood War characters that have been resurrected, the only past tech character that is SP based was Byakuya, and he was full stamina recharge. So what we are kind of seeing, we have to wait and see what kind of do with Yoruichi more so. They aren't giving us duplicate soul traits, which is potentially why, you know, Bankai Shinsui got strong attack damage and recharge, whereas Rukia got strong attack damage and full stamina. So in this case, I think Kisuke is just going to get the set standard strong attack recharge minus 12% and also strong attack damage. That'll be good for himself and also a pretty good link. At the same time though, I'm not even too sure. You know, the character has a revived soul bomb. Fun fact, he was the first character in the game to have the revived soul bomb. So maybe he's going to have some type of healing effect. Maybe recover stamina every time you into another area. Personally speaking, I have enough strong attack recharge and strong attack damage combination soul traits, so I wouldn't even mind a recharge and recover stamina. Either way, I'm going to take what this character does get, unless he gets some like terrible laceration duration, which I doubt he will get. But looking at the character skills, he does have Bruiser, Devastation, Frenzy, Long Reach, Poison duration, and also Sprinter +1. So in this particular case, he's actually missing 2 skills, because remember, 1000 Year Blood characters upon getting resurrected do actually pick up 8 skills. So since he's going to pick up 2 new skills here, my first hope is that he does pick up Havoc. That'll probably be the best case scenario here. Just more range on any old character strong attacks would be good. It would make him a tad bit better. And then for the other skill, the final skill, I would like to see Berserker, especially on top of the fact that he could pick up 60% strong attack damage on the soul trait, having a 36% increase on your strong attack damage and also 20% increase on your range. As far as resurrections go, that'd be one of the better ones. But knowing K-Lab, when there is an opportunity to do that, they like to give a character some random skill like follow-up or something else entirely that doesn't really help out the character, like last ditch, I don't know. And after that, we have 1000 Year Blood War Yoruichi. As a Yoruichi simp, I'm super excited about this. I'm sure Tony is too. But with that said, what we have here is a potential really good character, right? Now, in her soul trait, this is what I was talking about. So, Shunsui picked up recharge, Rukia picked up full stamina, so what exactly is this Yoruichi going to pick up? If they don't want to make a duplicate soul trait that another 1000 Year Blood War character just received, they're going to give us something wonky, but I'm kind of hoping here they just give a recharge, or again, full stamina damage. Either or, I think would be good here. We saw that with Kenpachi, for example, where instead of picking up recharge, he picked up full stamina damage, and that's perfectly fine because they are transforming characters. In this case, Yoruichi transforms into a Thundercat form, one of my favorite forms in the entire game. Really cool, unique effect here, and I'm actually really hoping to play with her again because I do like this character, and some recharge or full stamina would definitely make her a tad bit better. Alongside that, looking at her skills, Bruiser, Debilitator, Devastation, Frenzy +1, Long Reach, and also Sprinter +1. So just like Kisuke, she also has 6 skills, therefore she's going to pick up 2 skills, and I think in a very similar situation, I want her to receive the same thing again Kenpachi received, or what Kisuke could potentially pick up. Havoc plus 20% on this character would actually be quite good in my opinion, because her strong attacks herself are actually not too bad. Even for her age, her SA1 is a lunge forward, her SA2, it says it's a vortex, but it's an area around her, it's also a lunge 2. I always liked her SA2, and then her SA3 is just a full screen strong attack. So picking up Havoc here on these strong attacks would actually be really good in my opinion. It would actually make her a good character, especially because she can inflict status augments. Being able to be a transform character that can inflict status augments and have Havoc and potentially pick up Berserker plus 20%, that right there would be an ideal situation. I'm really hoping here she gets a good resurrection, because I really do like this character and I would love to play as her again. Even that small little upgrade, 20% Berserker, 20% Havoc, would be enough for me to eventually max transcend her and take it in some hard content. But at the same time, I'm kind of nervous that they could, instead of giving her Berserker, give her damage to paralyzed enemies, and sure, that would be nice and all, but let's be honest, I don't want to see that. So just like Kisuke, Yoruichi has some potential here since they are going to pick up 2 new skills. Then we have Yhwach. So as we are aware, 1000 Year Blood War Round 1 and also Round 2 gave us a hybrid character. We were really set on those characters picking up Frenzy because they're 1000 Year Blood War, they're going to get good treatment, and unfortunately, they didn't get Frenzy. But at the same time, those two characters who are very similar to Yhwach in concept are characters that mainly do damage on their Soul Bomb. And with their resurrections, in a way, they got a good resurrection because they got more damage on their Soul Bomb, the only thing that actually made them good to begin with. We made a showcase, you can actually use 1000 Year Blood War Byakuya in Guild Quest, and he performs quite well, and I'm kind of hoping they do that with Yhwach. If, hypothetically, he did pick up Frenzy, that's terrible. He has bad strong attacks. You don't want this character to pick up Frenzy. Instead, let's highlight the only good thing about him, and that's the Soul Bomb. His Soul Bomb is a weakening bombardment Soul Bomb, which also transforms him, increasing his strong attack damage, and also provides your team with a shield. And since he has 6 skills here, I think the best thing that could happen for him is to, again, get skills that are going to prioritize him doing more damage on his Soul Bomb. So, for example, weaken defense would be quite frankly amazing on this character. Full stamina damage would also be really good as a skill. At the same time, it would be kind of weird because he has damage taken. But a devastation increase would also be really good here. And if he does get that, he's going to be a really good lead for the Captain Guild Quest. As of right now, when it comes to like the super OP nukers in Guild Quest, the only Guild Quest that isn't covered is Captain Week. And people unironically have been using Yhwach as a lead, assuming you have the character max transcended. Even with that though, it does take a few extra resets because the character itself isn't that good. So any extra damage on his Soul Bomb, and potentially even strong attacks, you know, maybe increases Berserker by 20% and Bruiser too, right? That would be a good resurrection. To the average player, I think it'll be okay, he's unusable still. But for those that have been using him in Guild Quest, any increased damage on his Soul Bomb is going to be an amazing resurrection. And unironically, that's what I'm hoping for here. They did it with Byakuya, they did it with Yachiru. Let's not fumble now when it actually makes sense. Give this character more damage on his Soul Bomb. Given weakened defense, it will be an amazing resurrection in my opinion. As for the soul trait though, no idea. He could pick up normal attack damage to be a better link for NAD characters. He could pick up strong attack damage because that would help him out. Not really sure what they could give him here. So I'm very curious to see what he does pick up. But Last Ditch might be the play here in my opinion. And then lastly, we have probably the most exciting character from this banner, but unfortunately might receive the worst resurrection in terms of an upgrade because he already has a lot of skills here, but he isn't really going to pick up much. So my highlight character, in my opinion, this is like my favorite, one of my favorite characters in the game, got a max transcended super early on. My max transcended showcase for this character was one of the few videos that blew up, was and still is one of my most viewed videos on my channel. So this character holds a special place in my heart, as well as that he was also the intro for anyone that was subscribed like 3 or so years ago, the OGs. And in this case, let's look at what he could potentially pick up. So in terms of his soul trait, he's a recharge character. I'm almost certain he's either going to pick up strong attack damage or he's going to pick up full stamina damage. I just don't see them doing this character bad. So for his soul trait, I'm not even worried about. But his skills are where the problem kind of lies, because what you'll see here is that he has 7 skills. Assuming that, again, these characters are only going to pick up 8 skills here, this character is only going to pick up 1 new skill. And the 2 skills he's missing right now that he would most likely pick up, just like the other characters, is Berserker plus 20% or Havoc plus 20%. Now, I feel like they're probably going to do this character justice here, give him strong attack damage or full stamina damage on the soul trait, and then instead of giving him Berserker as a skill, they'll give him Havoc. And that's realistically all he needs, and essentially the only thing he can pick up, right? I don't see him getting, you know, just Berserker plus 20% and then, you know, another damage increase on his soul trait. That wouldn't be the worst thing, but I feel like this character definitely does need a tad bit extra range. His SA1 is just a lunge forward. SA2 is just an AoE around him, but it is a really cool strong attack too, as it is a boost move, which he can infinitely stack, which I guess isn't really too special, but he was one of the few characters that could do that back in the day. But most importantly, it does transform him into his Horn of Salvation form. And because you're obviously using that boost, you're getting the extra stats, but at the same time, it also increases the magnification of his attacks because it is a transform move, so you can see his mag is 120, and then upon transforming, it becomes a 140, so he does even more damage in his transform state, which is also really good. So damage-wise, yeah, sure, for nowadays, he's lacking, right? But for back then, his damage was pretty good, so 16% SAD, 20% Havoc, get the good range, and that right there will be all he wants in terms of a resurrection. And with that said, that's basically my prediction for these new 4 characters that should be getting the resurrection. Again, the most exciting part is that it is a 4-character banner. If you own all 4 of these characters, that's going to be, what, like 300 orbs to get just from resurrecting them? And at the same time, because they are 1000-year Blood War, they are the final 1000-year Blood War banner that is going to get resurrected for a pretty long time, in my opinion. I'm hoping they kind of go out with a bang. Ichigo, more range, more damage, Kisuke and Yoruichi, almost the same thing, more range and damage, and then Yhwach, there's nothing saving him. The only thing that can make him remotely hype or good is more damage on his soul bomb, and that's what I'm hoping for. When it comes to the next 1000-year Blood War banner that should get resurrected, it would be this particular banner with Genrisai, Aizen, and Soifon, but the thing is, we don't know when they're next going to do it. There was a 1-year break between round 4 and round 5, and I do understand they started resurrecting these 1000-year Blood War characters a tad bit late, so they could technically go straight into round 5, but I feel like now we're going to get some premium seasonal character resurrections for the next few months, maybe start getting some Can't Free World resurrections, and then potentially when 1000-year Blood War the anime comes back sometime in July for Core 2, that's when they might give us round 5, 6, 7, and 8 resurrected. Maybe that's what KLab plan to do, especially going under the idea that they can't give us new characters along with episodes, because they have to wait for them to be animated and then, you know, start making them. You know, the 6-month development cycle that KLab do that we've known for a while now. Maybe that's why KLab give us these resurrections in the meantime, to give us still some 1000-year Blood War content while they're still making the new characters. So that's why I kind of like what they have been doing. You know, as we saw the last 4 or so months as 1000-year Blood War was airing, we wasn't getting new characters, but we were at the very least getting some stuff to talk about regarding 1000-year Blood War characters, and that was these resurrections. So my idea, and I could be wrong here, is that these characters will get resurrected sometime July of 2023. Essentially during the 8th anniversary, and also at the same time when the anime starts to air again. So with that said, looking forward to it. Hope you lads are too. Let me know what you lads want to see with these resurrections in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.